What was it like kind of growing up in Blackbird Leys? I guess it's hard to answer that question because as a young person, your experience is the only experience you know. But now you can look at it in hindsight, what would you say are the things that were different in your upbringing to Dan in Norwich?
Yeah, Blackbird Leys is a weird one because I think Oxford in general is a weird place because people don't realise that it's broken up into so many different, I guess, sectors. You've got town, which is really posh on one side, and then you've got I can't remember what the council estate that's next to town is.
Like kind of near to Botley, like Osley.
Yeah, like
Osley?
And which had a crew like
or Jericho.
No, and Jericho
had a bit of a crew, yeah.
Yeah, so there's like this weird divide, not so then you have like Blackbird Leys, which is like onto Cowley, and I don't know. It's a weird place anyway. If you've never been there, then you would never understand it. But I don't know. My experience was a bit weird. I spent quite a lot of my time when I was younger going to like the youth centre, doing dancing. It was, great. And I kind of was a bit naughty when I was younger. I was in this like girl group called Merkage Chicks, which was hilarious.
Oh, you were in Merkage Chicks. I remember Merkage Chicks. I never knew you were in Merkage Chicks.
I was in Merkage Chicks.
You had a sick tune.
I did. I was like, my verse was amazing. Like, I still think back and I was like, I could have done that. I could have been up there. But it was fun. To be honest, it was really creative. I never even thought about that till just now, how fun and creative and the opportunities I was given when I was younger to sort of, I don't know, do what I want, basically. And
I think one of the definite benefits of Blackbird Leys, or a lot of council estates, is that there's a real community atmosphere around it. And for example, Blackbird Leys had like shout out like Blackbird Leys Adventure Playground, CDI project. I know my mum worked at Blackbird Leys Adventure Playground for a long time, so I got to like benefit from climbing up that big bird thing. And
oh my gosh, that was amazing.
Yeah,
it's
being
not there
around
anymore, is it?
Kids want to MC, they want to like dance, they want to partake in different activities, and it's great to have a community around you that does that. I'm not sure if it was the same for you, but as you kind of get into your teenage years, these collectives of friends doing creative stuff can kind of lead into people getting into like naughtiness and stuff like that.
I was a little shit, in all honesty. I was so naughty. I think I can't remember what school it was, but I like got voted most likely to be in jail because I was really naughty. I was just like, it was definitely, I was acting up as a teenager.
Okay.
And I don't know, it was definitely part of like our like look and culture was to just be like naughty and not listen to your teachers. Actually, I got moved out of my school because I was naughty, so I went from Piers to St Gregory's, where I became an angel.
Well, I remember you in middle school, and I was thinking you were pretty well behaved.
I was so right. So middle school, I was really good.
Yeah.
Into my books, doing all that shit, like being a good person, and then I went to Piers.
Yeah.
And naturally, I think Piers at the time, we had like, I feel like when you think about like I'm not going to name names, but like the OGs of being naughty people, were all in Piers when I was at Piers, right?
Yeah.
So it was just like, the thing was just to be a naughty person.
Yeah.
So I can't, like, when I think back, I was just like, wow, I can't.
You've got to tell us what exactly you were getting up to.
Like I threw a teacher at my book. Like I did a book at my teacher once. Like, wow. Was just like, I don't know, like smoking weed at a really young age.
Yeah.
Going to other schools to like have fights with people.
Yeah.
Do you know what that?
I used to enjoy that. Like, not fighting, but I used to love watching.
Do you know what I mean? Like it was like those like, I wasn't a fighter, by the way. I was like the good one that wasn't. Okay. I was like actually known for being the like one that was with the naughty group of people, but was always really nice to everyone.
Yeah.
So I was that person. Like I still wasn't fully committed into it, but was just with. I grew up with, we were all naughty, and my group of friends were all naughty. So that's naturally what happened. But everyone's doing great, so I guess it was just a phase in our lives.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because similar to you, I kind of grew up in like a single parent household. And again, like you, my mum wasn't far away. So although I was kind of like had this single parent, I still had another parent. But what I find interesting and slightly different between what my life was and your life was is that you had an older brother. How much of an influence was your older brother in your life?
Do you know what? Me and Aaron, when we were younger, we used to literally fight like cat and dog. Like, I could say we hated each other. And then we got to an age where he would allow me to like be friends with his friends and get into that. And do you know one thing he influenced me in my life is like I wasn't really allowed to see boys, which was like something that I definitely didn't experience when I was younger, where I think a lot of people did. Like I wasn't really like into boys, I was more of a boy myself. And I don't know, he definitely would try and steer me down the right path, but then also give me this like hard exterior at the same time. So it was just like, don't take any crap off anyone, sort of thing, but then also be good. He was like, don't go around being an idiot on the streets, but then also don't take any crap off anyone. Which was like this weird balance of like this like love, but also he would encourage certain aspects of my behaviour, but then also at the same time like try and...
Well, I've always kind of, I haven't ever known him very, very well, but I've always seen him in the community as being someone that I kind of sort of look up to, but kind of was intimidated by in like a nice way, as in like I wouldn't have a fight with him. And if you see him now, I mean, he really bangs Jim. He
really does.
A little pit bull. Exactly.
So, and he is such a, he and still is like really, really great person. If I have problems, I speak to Aaron and he'll give me advice, and that's exactly how he was when we were younger as well. He'd always give me great advice. It wasn't ever like I would do stuff of my own accord, like when I was being naughty, but my brother would definitely try and like, I guess he saw potential in me. And he'd always say that to me when I was younger. He'd always be like, "You're the smart one." Like try and really just be like, just go and do this. Instead of doing this. And
well, I mean, you must have at some point, because although you were naughty in school, you managed to find your way into university. At what point kind of in your school life did you acknowledge university as something you want to do?
Definitely when I moved to St. Greg's. Even though it was weird when I went to St. Greg's, all of my teachers, like, they didn't believe in me, like, academically. I can remember one of my teachers saying, like, you're going to fail your GCSEs. I didn't. Got most A's and B's.
Nice.
But that was definitely the first opportunity where I guess coming out of a school, Piers was like a naughty school at the time. It isn't now, what I've been told. But coming out of a school where you were constantly not being uplifted in your gifts, going to a school where you could learn. Like, I could actually go into a lesson if I wanted to. I could sit there and I could learn. And that definitely changed for me, because even though I was still a bit naughty, in the sense I wouldn't wear my school uniform and stuff like that. I'd go into my lessons and I'd sit down and I'd do my work, and I had a great group of friends that were like quite indie. And I'd never experienced that before, so all my friends would listen to like rock music, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna get into this, and I'm gonna start going to Purple Turtle, and I'm gonna I don't know, I changed as a person as well. And and that's, I guess, from there I went to Cherwell for sixth form, and
which was somewhat, within our community anyway, kind of prestigious.
It was
like if you wanted to do well, you go to sixth form.
Which was crazy. Like my the progression, I guess, of even my school career was a bit crazy. It went from like the worst school in Oxford to going to the best school in Oxford, and then from Cherwell I managed to get the grades and go to university.